Hello, and welcome to JDTV News. I'm your host, Janetha.
And I'm Cece. As you can tell by the decorations in the Commons, it's homecoming week here at JDHS. Every class has been hard at work trying to earn as many points as possible, and breaking news, 2 peanuts were walking down the street. One was assaulted.
That's nuts. All that and more to come today on JDTV News. The biggest news here at JD this week was all about homecoming.
That's right, Janetha. The eventful week began on Sunday with the creation of the class walls.
Throughout the week, students and teachers have been dressing up each day to show their spirit. Way to go, Bears.
Now we go live to Calvin in the Commons. How are the homecoming points looking, Calvin?
Well, CC, it's been a long week out here at JDHS, and it culminates all today. Anyway, the juniors won Mac Track, and the seniors won the walls over the weekend. This week, the senior class has been dominating the participation days with juniors and sophomores in the middle, and freshmen coming in dead last. However, the juniors beat the sophomores and the freshmen beat the seniors in the first 2 volleyball tournament games, and the sophomores are in first place in spirit change with seniors in second and freshmen and juniors tied for last. Before we go back to the studio, I would like to submit to you, the viewer, JDTV's own homecoming predictions. We predicted the seniors will win with 2,015,000 points, the sophomores will come out in second place with 3 points, the freshmen in third place with 1 point, and the juniors in dead last with negative 16 points. That's all from me. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Calvin.
In other news, the talent show held last Saturday had many great performances. The winner was Preston Hoteri, a sophomore here at JDHS. He won by playing Tie My Rope on his guitar to beat out 9 other acts for the top spot. Great job to all the acts that performed. In more arts-related news, the JDHS Art Club will be hosting a fundraiser on Sunday, January 18th at the restaurant downtown called Salt. They are trying to raise money to purchase a new pug mill for the school's ceramics program. But Cece, what is a pug mill?
Well, Janetha, a pug mill is a piece of machinery that recycles clay. JDH has a pug mill, but it's approximately 1 million years old and incredibly dangerous to operate because of ceramic dust. The fundraiser is called the Pug Mill Party. The Alaskan Bluegrass Band will be playing, and there will be a ton of artists there talking about art. You might be wondering, how do I get in on this artsy-fartsy fun? Janetha?
Tickets are $100 each, but that covers 2 people. Artwork will be given as door prizes in the form of a Yankee swap. JDHS will also be auctioning off Aaron Elmore's painting, Botticelli's Primavera. It is a recreation of the famous painting that was done on the wall at the restaurant Zephyrs prior to its remodeling. So if you know anyone that needs a giant 12-foot wide painting, you should tell them about this event. Another event you might want to attend this weekend is a DDF tournament.
I heard about that, but do you know what DDF is?
Not really, but fortunately, we sent some of our top reporters out into the field to find out more about it.
There are many events at JDHS, but one of the more obscure is Drama, Debate, and Forensics, also known as DDF. In fact, it is hard to find any mention of it. To find out, we went to the drama department and spoke to the coach to find out just what is DDF.
It stands for Drama, Debate, and Forensics, and drama is just what it says. It's events where the kids compete in dramatic events, and forensics is not dead people. It is speeches and interpretation events, and then debate, of course, is when people argue, build cases, try to win their argument for the day.
We also spoke to some of the students who are on the DDF team.
I really like the competitiveness sometimes. It makes you become a better actor because you know you got to perform your best for a judge. What makes a piece good is whether someone is confident doing it and whether they've actually rehearsed it a lot.
It's set up by schools, so in Southeast different schools have different teams, and we go and we travel and we compete there, and and then when we go to state, that's like all of Alaska, so all the teams versus Southeast.
You have to find your own pieces, like you could do a ton of different things, but you find it on your own, and it's like independent, and you have to practice them over and over and have them memorized. And then we go to a meet, which is where we go and perform those in like a little room to a judge.
When the students get to perform their events twice, and then from those prelims, it's decided who gets to go to finals, and if the kid gets to go to finals, they get to perform it again in finals, and then from the finals, winners are selected. The judges like to pick performances that they think would be very enjoyable for the whole group to watch, and so while they're giving out the awards, they will call certain groups and individuals up to perform their pieces in front of everyone.
We hope you now know more about DDF and are maybe interested in joining.
Well, if there is anyone viewing this film who is not in DDF, they should be in DDF because it is the best thing ever.
Wow, that really was the best thing ever. DDF looks like a lot of fun. Join school activities, kids. It will look good on your college applications. Now we've got Selma in the studio to talk about sports.
Thanks, guys. We've got some great stuff going on. First off, the two sports going on right now are basketball and hockey. On Friday, the boys' basketball team lost their first game to Grace Christian High School from Anchorage, 63-70. But in their second game, they beat Kenai, 69-63. So good job, Bears. Boys also played hard on Sunday, but they ended up losing 59-70. We'll get them next time. The girls' basketball team had a fantastic weekend in Ketchikan. On Friday, we crushed them, 67-43. And we destroyed them again on Saturday when we also won 52-30. The hockey games against Palmer were super intense. The JV game, our JV team dominated the ice, winning 5-2. And the varsity game was really intense and close at the end. But in the end, we lost by 1 point with a final score of 3-4. And that's it for this week's sports. Cece?
Now let's look to the calendar for some information on some upcoming basketball events.
Busy days ahead. Tonight, the JDHS girls host Wasilla. The JV team tips off at 4:30 and the varsity team tips off at 6:15. The boys also host Wasilla today with the JV tip-off at 2:45 and varsity at 8. Also, today, right after this show, we have a homecoming assembly at 9:15. Bring your spirit.
On Saturday the 17th, girls basketball hosts big games with TMHS. JV tips off at 4:30 and varsity at 6:15. The boys will be hosting Wasilla again with the JV game tipping off at 11 a.m. and varsity at 8 p.m. Go Crimson Bears!
Homecoming week ends with the dance in the Commons from 9:30 to midnight. Girls basketball continues next Tuesday with their C team hosting the TMHS C team at 5:15. Seniors, next week on Thursday, UAS will be hosting a scholarship night at the Jack from 5:30 to 7:30. Come and see what UAS has to offer. On Friday, the 22nd, hockey is back home hosting Houston at Treadwell at 8 p.m. The match with Houston continues Saturday at 7 p.m. at Treadwell.
We all know that hockey is played on the ice, but let's hope that the roads don't start to look like the rink. Drive safe, kids. Now to Brett with the weather report.
Thanks, guys. The weather for this weekend is looking pretty rainy. Today, the weather will be rainy with highs of 40 and lows of 36. And tomorrow, the weather will be rainy with highs of 39 and lows of 34. And on Sunday, it will be mostly cloudy with highs of 38 and lows of 34. And then on Monday, it will be mostly cloudy, highs of 38 and lows of 29. And on Tuesday, it'll be rainy with a chance of snow with highs of 36 and lows of 29. Also, because of the rain we have gotten, Eagle Crest hasn't been fully opened yet. They're hoping to open the Porcupine Chairlift on Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. They'll be making an announcement after evaluating the upper mountain terrain. That's all the weather for the weekend. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Brett. I'm sure the ski bums will be bummed out. Well, that's it for today's show. I'm Janetha.
And I'm Cece. Remember to visit our website at jdhsvideo.org for previous shows on our YouTube channel and more information about the JDHS video program and 0-hour video production class.
Also, follow us on Twitter at JDHS Video. Don't forget to go to the homecoming basketball games. And tune in next week for the final homecoming results and more JDTV news.